welcome everyone. I'm Danny Smith. I'm a principal for AI advisory with global responsibility for auto and manufacturing. Sebastian?
And I'm Sebastian Bersch. I lead the portfolio development for Mendix and Accelerator at Siemens Industry Software.
And so today we're going to tell you a story, not our story, but we're going to tell you the story of Jabil. So first of all, Jabil personnel could not be here, so they apologize in advance. Sorry for not having them on stage. But they allowed me to tell the story with Sebastian. So thank you, Jabil. So who knows Jabil? Does anyone know who Jabil is? Yeah. So Jabil is a manufacturing solutions provider that services many, many companies. So they're engineering-led, they're experienced and supply chain enabled. They work with 400 companies, over 100 manufacturing locations globally. So they're a very innovative company. They have to learn how to do manufacturing or supply chain operations for their customers continually. So they're always innovating. They're always looking for an edge. If you don't know Jabil, they may be right next to you and you don't know it. So broad footprint globally. We're going to talk about AI, and Jabil wanted to emphasize that they have a very rigorous AI strategy. Jabil is in the business of doing things for their customers. And so they always take advantage of new technology, and AI is no different. They have a purposeful intent when they do work with any technology, and that's also true for AI. So Jabil is also an excellent executor, and so they are well known worldwide as being a leader for operations excellence and executing. This is how they satisfy their customers, and so they're very good at it. And they see AI as a way to be innovative, but also to help execute and improve their operations. And of course, they're going to be very rigorous in the governance of this, because Jabil is in the business of helping their customers, but their intellectual property of their customers is some of the most sensitive in the world, and so Jabil has a very rigorous governance. So we're going to talk to you about a project that we did together with them. Let me tell you a little bit about how AWS fits in. So Jabil uses us for cloud capabilities. They also see us as a great way to scale globally for AI. And then Sebastian, what do they look at for Mendix?
They look at Mendix to scale their application development in the company. So Mendix is a technology that makes it much easier to build new software application because it's visual development. So thereby it extracts a layer of complexity. It allows you to build applications up to 10 times faster, and obviously leverage AI capabilities in the building process as well as in the applications that are the outcome of your work.
So Jabil is not new to Mendix. Mendix actually is the they build all of their operations applications on Mendix, and so it really runs the company.
Indeed, it really runs the execution side of the company. There's multiple applications. Also, Mendix came into the company by the decision of the head of operations, and really with some cool ideas that they had, where they purposefully wanted to be different than other manufacturers, and thereby needed something that they can, stand out with.
So, Sebastian, why don't you tell us about what the actual business use was?
Awesome. Yeah, I'd be happy to. So first off, hands up if you recently fixed something at home, a drill, the sink, anything. There you go. These are my people. So the application over here is about fixing something. Jabil has built an application for root cause analysis, and I would say that's one of the classical cases we are seeing for AI. So it's not just them, it's many other companies that are doing that, leveraging AI technology to basically help technicians do an analysis on what could be the root cause of the problem. In this case, the problems are often within the production process, and how would I best address to fix it? leveraging not only my own knowledge, but knowledge from experienced technicians that I might have never met. We are connecting that a little bit more to the business impact this will eventually have for Jabil. Danny already eloquently explained that they are a manufacturing solutions provider. So as such, they manufacture many different, often electronics or electrical components. And as such, they differentiate by being able to build integral parts, difficult parts really quickly. And obviously, they have to build it at an adequate margin, so they have to scale up very fast, right?
They learn all the time new things because their customers bring them new challenges. And so they, in order to execute flawlessly, they have to learn something new all the time.
Yeah.
If they don't, and if there's problems, bad things happen.
Yeah, exactly. You lose business, you lose contracts, and that's exactly what you want to avoid. On the contrary, you want to differentiate by being able to set up new production processes quickly, and if you run into issues, it's of paramount importance that you can resolve those issues quickly. So what they are looking for, or what their challenges are specifically, is that whenever a production process breaks down, up to 30% of the time of the technician is spent in trying to figure out where's the actual material, where's the actual instructions, where's the content that helps me resolve the problem that I've identified. And then on top of that, you often manually document what happened, and then it's unstructured data. It never finds its way back into a system where you could use it for the next learning process. And they had no unified operation layer. And we see that with many other customers as well, that you have multiple different issue databases, and every co-pilot that you build is always only enabled by one data source. What you want to do is you want to build a layer on top of all of those issue sources, and then drive the agent's insights based on those. Yes.
It was actually a pretty simple question they asked, right?
Yeah. And there's the question. The question is, how do we give frontline technicians instant access to the information to guide them what the next action is and how to resolve the problem? So it's very, very straightforward, and obviously tightly connected to making the technicians more effective and getting the production line running much quicker again. And that really connects us back to the value propositions that Mendix as well as AWS brought into that setup. On the Mendix side, we've talked about it before a little bit, the application orchestration layer. So you can build many applications with Mendix. Jabil has hundreds of people qualified in low-code application building, so they did really well in scaling the technology inside the company. And Mendix, on top of that, helps them to connect to different AI services and also build workflows that connect the hybrid workforce. So hybrid workforce means certain agentic things that are done by agents and certain human tasks. And then on the other side, it obviously connects to AWS as the platform they run on, with very cool AI services, particularly the super lovely Bedrock, which my team uses all the time as well. And then, of course, the bread and butter business, so to say, in document management, data storage, data fabrication. And with that, over to Danny to illustrate a little bit what the actual app looks like that was built.
So Jabil considers this a competitive advantage, and so they don't like to share too many slides or views. So you won't see the actual application today. But what the application does is it allows for very rapid technical support to access the data that the technician needs to set up the line or to resolve the problem on the line. It also has built-in capabilities to help ramp up employees on the correct processes. If you think about Jabil's business, they're always learning new things. They're always building new things. And so even their experienced operators and technicians still have to learn about it. So they have embedded the onboarding and ramp up of education to the workers on the line into the system as well. I said earlier, Jabil has 100 locations. Obviously, multiple language support is incredibly important. So same content, but translated into different language. So this is also embedded. And then I'll highlight, so I won't be able to show you, apologies, but I'll highlight the fact that people aren't interested in a text chatbot. They want to see what this looks like. If you're on the line and you're looking at a machine, they want to see the machine, and so there's a lot of visuals and images that are built in because that's the natural way people want to learn quickly on the line. So just a very brief, since we're 5 minutes away from ending, it's a very brief conversation on how it works. This is no surprise to you. What's nice is the Jabil technician doesn't have to type anything in. He just scans the barcode. All of that is automated with going out and looking at the information on the line, looking at their root cause analysis knowledge base, looking at tips and tricks that other technicians have entered in and added to the knowledge base, and then brings that back automatically. And so in addition to helping the technician out today, they also have built in the capability to continuously learn and improve and become an even better operator. So I think we all are interested in what the results are.
Indeed, indeed. I know the results.
And you will too in just a minute. But I thought there's some interesting things on here. First of all, 4 weeks from concept to use. Let's think about that for a minute. So we talk about low code, we talk about rapid development, but if you're Jabil, rapid development is a necessity. And so I think this is a good example of the value of Mendix, the value of AWS, 4 weeks from concept to working solution. There were a few other things in here which were interesting too.
Yeah, I think overall, you already talked about, hey, we need to train those agents. And the critical part is obviously that I need to have an easy way for additional knowledge to be contributed, right? So that the agent can continuously learn about new issues that we're finding out, and thereby then also to scale it out further globally, right? Because I don't want to start using it in one factory and then figure out, oh, it actually doesn't transfer to the way how problem solving happens somewhere else. So I need to keep it scalable, and I need to keep it open so that other technicians that might not have previously used the system can contribute their learnings too.
So one other thing I'll point out, since you're in the AWS booth. So you have native capability within Mendix to access AWS's AI capabilities. This, of course, helped tremendously on the speed.
Correct.
So are you ready for the results? Yes?
There you go.
So we won't spend a huge amount of time here, but I think I want to highlight a few. One is it allowed Jabil to reduce the time to diagnose. Often the hardest problem when setting up a line or when running a line, if there's a problem, and your technicians traditionally spend 30% of their time researching, if you can reduce that time, you're speeding up time to value. So this was pretty impressive for me. Sebastian, what was impressive to you?
My business and my background is in quality management. So I've sold and implemented quality management solutions in the automotive industry a lot. So obviously the quality-related benefits are close to my heart. 15% scrap reduce is massive. It's really massive. And then overall 10% quality reduction, particularly in more difficult quality cost reductions, particularly in more difficult product areas, is also significant.
So to kind of start the wrap up, what I would say is right now they're focused on learning from what they've learned in the past. They're moving towards predicting problems before they happen. So that they can avoid some of these things in the future. And so this is a continuing evolution. Look, Jabil is continually doing OpEx, being a perfect operator. They embrace continuous improvement. and so they'll continue to add value. So I think, in summary, what I would say the lessons learned that I took away from what Jabil did was, one, move fast, right? We have a saying in Amazon, speed matters in business. So move fast, but move with intention. Jabil had a particular thing they wanted to do, which was accelerate their technicians towards resolving problems. Don't use technology just to experiment, use it to solve problems, right? And so I think those are two great lessons.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sebastian?
Maybe you did the summary, I do the call to action. So from my point, you have to really connect the fact there is many customers that we're seeing that are using AI for root cause analysis and technician help already. So kind of if you are a production company and you're not doing it, you're a little bit behind already. And the second part, you said it, 4 weeks for building the application. So you're also not massively behind. That is something that you can tackle tomorrow and that you can continuously build and improve along the way.